Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. This is Nikhil Parekh. In this video, I shall be giving you a recitation of my poem that is with title The Flame of Truth. This poem of mine has been published in my book that is with title Love versus Terrorism Volume 1. Without wasting a further instant, ardently wanted to commence upon the recitation of my poem The Flame of Truth. All disdainfully salacious lechery, assassinated forever and ever and ever, not even a minuscule speck of it on the trajectory of this wonderfully gifted planet. All acrimoniously body prejudice decimated forever and ever and ever, not even a parsimonious speck of it on the complexion of this marvelously panoramic planet. Marvelously panoramic planet. All derogatorily baseless lies, pulverized forever and ever and ever, not even an ethereal speck of it on the periphery of this majestically unassailable planet. All raunchily egregious indiscrimination swiped forever and ever and ever, not even an evanescent speck of it on the circumference of this regally exotic planet. All truculently hedonistic insanity thrashed forever and ever and ever, not even an ephemeral speck of it on the fabric of this benevolently tranquil planet. All stupidly fretful obsessions massacred forever and ever and ever. Not even an obsolete speck of them on the cradle of this fantastically blessed planet. All mercilessly lambasting crime extinguished forever and ever and ever, not even a transient speck of it on the garden of this beautifully enchanting planet. All remorsefully nonchalant laziness eradicated forever and ever and ever, not even a fugitive speck of it on the citadel of this invincibly proliferating planet. All diabolically marauding politics, vanquished forever and ever and ever, not even an inconspicuous speck of it on the mirror of this resplendently arcane planet. All horrendously maiming pain liberated forever and ever and ever, not even an insipid speck of it on the playground of this iridescently scented planet. All venomously lethal rampaging, extradited forever and ever and ever, not even an infidel speck of it on the leaf of this pristinely burgeoning planet. All tyrannically barbarous imprisonment exonerated forever and ever and ever, not even a feckless speck of it on the entrenchment of this marvelously glorious planet. All brutally maniacal idiosyncrasies exonerated forever and ever and ever, not even an oblivious speck of them on the lap of this sacredly gorgeous planet. All invidiously ghastly poverty expurgated, all invidiously ghastly poverty expurgated forever and ever and ever, not even a disappearing speck of it on the borders of this triumphantly ebullient planet. On the borders of this triumphantly ebullient planet, all meaninglessly ominous perversions trampled, forever and ever and ever, not even a dingy speck of them on the pathways of this spellbindingly spectacular planet. All depravingly ignominious cowardice squelched, all depravingly ignominious cowardice squelched forever and ever and ever, not even a vanishing speck of it on the turnstiles of this astoundingly unfathomable planet. All cold-bloodedly abhorrent disease, all cold-bloodedly abhorrent disease, torched forever and ever and ever, not even an invisible speck of it on the waves of this rhythmically benign planet. All disastrously despicable slavery removed forever and ever and ever. All disastrously despicable slavery removed forever and ever and ever. Not even an infinitesimal speck of it on the meadows of this convivially bonding planet. All miserably asphyxiating drudgery. All miserably asphyxiating drudgery. Trounced, trounced forever and ever and ever, not even a measly speck of it on the pedestal of this timelessly bestowing planet. All threadbarely incarcerating monotony, all threadbarely incarcerating monotony, defeated forever and ever and ever, not even a remote speck of it on the grasslands of this indomitably towering planet. All nonsensically vindictive pompousness, all nonsensically vindictive pompousness exonerated forever and ever and ever, not even a fleeting speck of it on the winds of this, on the winds of this aristocratically fabulous planet. And if you had commenced to think that the above and infinite more was because the gods from the cosmos had exclusively descended from the cosmos to do the needful, then you are in for the most rudest shock of your life. And if you had commenced to think that the above and infinite more the gods was because the gods was because the gods from the cosmos had exclusively gods from the cosmos had exclusively descended from the cosmos to do the needful, then you are in for the most rudest shock of your life, for it was none other than the flame of eternal truth in each of our souls that the Lord had so congenitally gifted us with, which if we started to wholeheartedly use, then the devil would hide its tail and disappear from the entrenchment of this vibrantly miraculous planet forever and ever and ever. For it was none other than the flame of eternal truth in each of our souls that the Lord, that the Lord, that the Lord, that the Lord, that the Lord had so congenitally, that the Lord had so congenitally gifted us with, which if we started to wholeheartedly use, then the devil would hide its tail and disappear from the entrenchment of this vibrantly miraculous planet forever and ever and ever. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to me. From the innermost layer of the heart, wanted to thank you for the victoriously brilliant patronization to the poetry